Hey gamers, Rick here with Game Trade Media coming to you from the Alliance Open House. We've got Craig from Soaring Rhino here today. Thanks for joining us, Craig.
Hey, glad to be here.
So you've brought to us a dragon
Yes.
on a board
Yes.
that came from this box.
Correct.
So tell us about Shifting Realms.
Shifting Realms is our flagship game from Soaring Rhino. This game features what we like to call the realm engine. It has 5 realms that come in the box. Each realm contains structures, a board, and story cards.
Mm-hmm.
The realms each have different strategies and synergies that work with each other. Each game ends differently because the game's over when 2 of the 3 game-ending objectives are obtained.
Okay, and I see that on the board itself you have this like tracker. What are we tracking in this game?
Okay, so the game, when the game ends, whoever has the most victory points wins.
Okay.
You have soldiers and you have scouts.
Okay.
Your soldiers are these little custom meeple guys.
Look amazing.
You start with a soldier and a scout on each of the towns. And the towns are these little banner spaces.
All right.
And what you're essentially doing it comes with this little quick reference card.
Okay.
You have 3 actions on your turn, and you start with 5 gold. You can spend a gold to recruit any 2 units. So you can recruit 2 scouts, 2 soldiers, or a soldier and a scout. Essentially, your scouts go out and collect your resources, and your soldiers protect them.
Okay.
So for 1 gold, you could spend an action and get 2 scouts and put it on anywhere on your town or any of your structures that you've built.
Okay.
Then for another action, you could send him out. He can move 3 spaces orthogonally to start to collect some resources. Because at the end of your turn, you collect your resources. You just simply count up like, okay, I'm on wood, so I get wood. So I would get 3 wood here.
Okay.
There's 4 resources in the game. There's gold, wood, stone, and magic. Essentially, what you're trying to do is build these structures from each of the realms. Because each realm has a different way of getting victory points or a different synergy with the other realms.
Okay.
For example, this is the orc Troll King realm, this is the Dwarf Dragon realm, and this is the Pirate realm.
Okay.
It also comes with the Priest and Elf realm. Getting back to my point, for example, in the Orc realm, you want to build an outpost as soon as possible because this generates a soldier every turn.
Oh, wow.
And that will help you because in this realm, you want to try and defeat this Troll King.
Okay.
In order to do that, you have to spend an action to send him in to sacrifice himself, these guys, to get a token, which is cool because you get a token like this. For the rest of the game, you'll get 1 wood and 1 gold every time you collect resources.
Oh, wow.
So this is sort of you can see as you collect more of these, this is almost like a resource engine for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Likewise, this realm ends when these tokens are gone.
Okay.
So each realm ends differently. Each realm has a strategy that kind of like a different way to collect victory points, so you kind of discover that as you go.
Okay.
Likewise, the cards add flavor and add to the strategy of the realms. So you can spend an action to draw a card, which would allow, sometimes this one allows you to get a soldier and a scout next to the Troll King, or gives you hidden victory points.
Can I see one of the cards, please?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so just to show the artwork on here, these are amazing. Where's the recruit? That was a good one. Urgent orders. This is really good. So the artwork on these are just ridiculously good.
Yeah.
And I love the theme of orcs as like red coats.
Thanks.
It's amazing. And who do you know?
Yep, that's Conceptopolis. They're very,
okay.
very talented.
All right.
We're super excited for them to do the card art.
They did great.
The story behind it a little bit, just to touch on it real quick, is you play the role of these keepers, and they are restoring because this pronk exploded, which causes all the realms to shift and everything to get mixed up. That's why you have orcs and redcoats and goblin pirates and all that stuff's mixed up. So you're one of your little custom meeple is kind of has a similar shape as the one of the keepers. That's the story behind it a little bit.
Nice. And now you're saying that each one of these realms has its own threat, and I see that there's a dragon here. I don't see a threat in the pirate zone.
It's not necessarily a threat. It's sort of a strategy or a way to get victory points.
Okay.
Like, for example, in the pirate realm, you really want to build a pirate ship as soon as you can, because once you build a pirate ship, and it costs 4 wood, then you can go on pirate raids. That's what this says, basically. And then as soon as you put soldiers here, you can spend an action which allows you to get a free draw, which usually costs you an action from any card or from any deck,
Right.
2 victory points, and 2 gold.
Okay.
Because this is essentially about accumulating gold.
Mm-hmm.
Because it also has this thing called a buried treasure. You can any amount of gold up to 8. These are worth 5. You can put on here with 1 wood, and that turns your gold into victory points.
Oh wow.
So this lets you get gold. Half the cards in the deck probably give you gold, or let you get gold from other players.
Okay.
So this is sort of this is the way to kind of make the engine work on this side.
Nice.
But what's nice about this game is that we really tried to like intermix the synergy. So like for example, this has a gold mine. So for example, that works really well. If you build a gold mine, that's going to help you with the pirates,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Likewise, if you build a tunneler, which is really nice, that's the dwarven. They have a gray dwarf tunneling workshop. So if you build that, you for free, for no action, you can move any unit to any one space.
Okay.
Which really helps out, because you know what? If I need to get a soldier, over to my pirate ship so that I can do an action, I can tunnel them over there.
Okay.
So that's something that like there's combos that you start to recognize as you play the realms that we kind of built into.
Very cool. And when is this game going to be out?
It's already out.
It's already out.
Yes,
So
it's
they
already
can
out.
go to their local game store and grab it.
Local game store,
All right.
online. It's out.
So some other information about this. It says here that it's for ages 10 and up, 2 to 4 players, and takes about an hour.
Yeah, and it plays fast.
Okay.
We packed. It's a Euro game that plays really quick. The dragon's a lot of fun. It's not really what I would call devastating. So if you play a dragon card, it simply moves 4 spaces. Like so, you spend an action, you get a dragon card. It's free to play. You move 1, 2, 3, 4. Like if you were the blue player, you would kill 1 unit per section.
Per section that walk through.
Just 1. So
Okay.
it doesn't devastate your resources.
Of course.
But it's also fun. And the other thing is like it's nothing stopping the next player from drawing a dragon card and then stomping all over your guys.
Of course.
But he does create this sort of like element of maybe I should collect over here or over here away from the dragon.
All right, so that actually was another question I was going to ask you. Is if I'm playing the green player and the goblins here in this area, I can draw cards off of other story decks?
Because you start with a scout and a soldier in each of the towns. So you have the ability to kind of you explore. You kind of decide, okay, what do I want to do? Do I want to, because you want to look at these bigger buildings and you want to decide how do I build my research engine to be able to get these bigger buildings.
Right.
And that's kind of, and then you want to try and play off of all the synergistic stuff that we got going on.
Okay. Now
and it plays differently. If the dragon's not in there and it's the elves and the priest world, it's a
totally
little bit
game.
Yeah, it's a totally different game.
I love it.
All right.
And how much is this retail?
It's retail $75 MSRP.
Okay, that's good. That's with all this stuff. That's really good.
It's a heavy box.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of content in here, and it looks like there's a lot of replayability without it always being the same game.
Yeah, and we have a expansion coming out, and we're shooting for Gamma. That's going to be Darkness Revealed.
Nice.
It's going to have 3 realms that all work with this.
Okay.
That it'll be a lower price point.
Very cool. And I see that you did bring something else to show us.
Yes,
real quick.
yes. So, are you familiar with trick-taking games?
I am.
Okay, good. That makes it much easier. All right, this is Pirate Tricks.
Okay.
So what my brother and I found that most trick-taking games suffer from, you get dealt out your cards, and then if you got what I would call a crap hand, you're stuck with it. You just got to do the best you can to play what you can to make it work.
Right.
And maybe next hand you'll get a better set of cards. All right, so in this game, real quick, what happens is you have a hand of 5 cards.
Okay.
And I have a hand of 5 cards.
Again, you guys have some amazing artwork.
All right.
Look at this. I got these. It looks like gorillas.
These are
and
space
ferrets.
pirates. Yeah, we kind of went with gorillas and weasels.
They look great.
And foxes.
And
just to
foxes.
kind of mix it up. This is by John Ariosa. He's another talented artist.
Yeah, he's amazing.
So what's cool about this is that, like, at the start of the hand, you make as many roses as there are players. But then all the players get to secretly bid on to fill out the second half of your hand.
Okay.
That's what we feel is different about this game.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, each round is different because the scoring methods are different. Like this might say, 3 of a kind is worth +5 loon. 2 card runs are worth +1 loon. That's like what you meld at the beginning before you start taking tricks.
Take a look at that. And I like it. You have little titles from Birds of a Feather flock together, yeah.
Yep.
And then Gang of 2. That's kind of cool. And loon, I'm guessing, is the currency?
That's the
pirate
currency. Yep. Okay. And then the other thing is then this is how you score, and each round's different. That one's has like a hearts flavor, so you don't want green cards at all, and this green 16 and the green 14 is bad.
Okay.
You would also flip over a card. It would also give you other ways to score. Those are the treasure cards, and that would be, each trick is worth +2 loon. But sometimes it's each trick is worth -1 loon.
Okay.
And we realize other trick-taking games have done that sort of like play on rules situation, but we really think that the bidding for half your hand is kind of like where we have a point of difference, and where it's like, okay, if you have a suck hand, it's your fault because you didn't bid enough for the second half of your hand.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems to be very simple and straightforward.
Right.
So, yeah, if you guys are into trick-taking games, check out Pirate Tricks by Soaring Rhino. This is coming out when?
This is out November.
Perfect. So those of you who've been watching all of these videos here from Alliance, November is going to be a great month for you guys. There's so much
Lots
amazing,
of cool stuff.
Lots of cool stuff coming out in November, and Pirate Tricks is going to be a part of that cool, awesome thing that you guys can go get just before the holidays. Will make a great Christmas gift. Now, if people want to follow your content and make sure that they're up to date with anything you got coming out, where can they go?
Yep, soaringrhino.com is where you follow us.
That's the best location.
Yes, the best.
All right. So check them out over on their website. Appreciate you coming in, Craig, and showing us all this amazing stuff.
All right. Thank you so much.
And everybody out there, make sure you go to your local game store and let them know you want to pick up some Soaring Rhino games with Shifting Realms and later on this year, Pirate Tricks. This is GTM. I'm Rick. See you at the game store.
Thanks for watching Game Trade Media. Make sure to leave us a like and click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new content.